Hello, Eagles everywhere, and welcome to the Eagles Live podcast presented by Lincoln Financial Group insider Dave Spadaro with you. And I'm joined by the pride of Detroit, Michigan. Well, one of the prides of Detroit, Michigan, Avonte Maddox, Eagles cornerback. Second year here, man. It's a lot easier the second time around, isn't it?
I won't say easier, but it's more comfortable, Every year is a challenge, and, you just learn new things. And, coming in this year, I feel a little bit more comfortable.
All right, so I'm going to start with, I know you're in Philly, your heart's here in Philadelphia, but, you do come from Detroit.
Yeah.
So I got a little game for you.
Oh, man.
All right. Famous people of Detroit. All right. This is our guy, Chris Barletto, put this together. That's Chris over there. He's wrong a lot of times. So if it's wrong, we're not gonna get mad. All right, here we go. You get this one. I think you get this one. These two homegrown basketball talents starred at the University of Michigan and were part of 5 freshmen named the Fab Five.
Oh, my God.
You're not going to stumble right out of the blocks,
I'm
are
about
you?
to stumble right out the box. I'm not a basketball fan. I'm not into basketball as much.
Okay.
I never reached my height, so I've kind of put it to the side.
5'9". Did you have any kind of game? Did you play it on?
A little bit.
What were your sports as a kid?
My sports was baseball from the beginning, and then I moved along to football, and then I did basketball when I could, like conditioning wise.
Okay.
Right up and out of court.
Do you need help with the answer?
Give me some help.
Jalen Rose,
Weber.
Chris Webber. Yeah,
Yeah,
Red
I know
Webber.
Webb.
Right.
That's
Those two. The other Fab Five was like Jimmy King, Juwan Howard, and Ray Jackson. Okay.
Ray Jackson. I know.
All right,
I know.
thank you.
I know it's Webb.
Yeah. So how old were you when the Fab Five was running amok? When was that anyway? That was like
I was probably.
you're like a little kid.
I was a little kid. Yeah, I
Yeah.
was probably just running around.
Jeez.
Just started.
Time flies. Okay, number 2. This man is the founder of Motown Records.
Motown Records. Barry Goedert. Hey,
Barry.
that's some music right
Yeah,
there.
that's right. Barry Gordy, well done. Okay, this man starred as Asian gangster Leslie Chow in the Hangover trilogy and was actually a medical doctor before turning to comedy, which I did not know.
Is this the dude with the head of monkey?
Yeah. Ken Jeong.
Oh,
Ken Jeong.
nah, he's funny.
He is very funny. All right, this one. You got to get. I believe in you, Avonte. I believe you'll get these last two. This former NFL running back was known as the Bus.
Oh, I know this. He went to Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
I know Jerome Bettis. Yep.
Yep, Jerome Bettis, okay. Number 5, big one. This rapper starred in the movie 8 Mile.
I know that one.
Okay. You got that
Eminem.
one? Eminem, very good. All right, well, you got a few of them.
Yeah, come on.
All right, I got 5 questions for you, too.
Oh, all right.
That aren't trivia questions, but I want, Avonte, when people meet you and they find out that you play in the NFL, how do they react?
It depends on who I'm talking to. I notice like when I'm with the younger kids, they get very happy and excited, and a lot of questions come out. So and I enjoy it because when I was a little kid and I looked up to people and that's in places that I would want to be. You get excited just to be able to meet them, and being able to give back to them and give them advice is a good thing.
Anybody ever say, hey, boy, you look a lot bigger on TV?
I get that every time. No, they do say I look a lot bigger on TV, but when they say you small, then when I say NFL, they say, huh? I'm like, oh, man.
What is your pregame ritual, if you have any, and superstitions?
I go out to the field, I do my warm-up, and then I come back in. I give some time to myself just to, kind of relax and almost meditate. Then before we run out on the tunnel, I go to the other end zone, I pray. Then after that, I'm ready to go.
Okay. Music? Anything on your playlist that you play every week?
I kind of get a shuffle going. I play a lot of things, like I put some Drake on depending on how I'm feeling that day, or some Detroit music I got in my archive. So play a few of those and then I get to it.
Are you angry on game days? Like what kind of mentality do you have?
Yeah, I'm coming in. I'm angry. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
You can't come to the game, not ready. So when I come in, I'm angry and I'm ready to go.
All right.
Ready to compete.
Question number 3, when is the last time you had short hair? When is the last time you cut your hair?
Man, that's a good question. I say, probably 9 years ago.
Is
Maybe.
that right?
Probably 9 years ago. I say this is how I started it. So I broke my leg, right? And then I was like, oh, man, I don't want to crutch into the barbershop when I was playing. I was like, man, I can't crutch into the barbershop like this. My hair was just growing and growing. And it got so long. So after I said, I'm gonna just dread it up.
Yeah.
So I dreaded it up, and then ever since then I had to dread. So they've been growing.
What is the care that you put into place here? What is the daily routine with dreadlocks?
So you got them, and I kind of do the double strand. So it's two twisted together. So it's kind of like a twist, and that it's kind of like it shortens it up, but it's still long. So it's longer than this, but I don't want mine to get too long. So every month or so I'll get it retwisted. And I go to bed, I put my do-rag on,
Okay.
keep it laid down once I get it done. So
And so the do-rag allows you to lay there
comfortably,
Okay.
and then it's not all around your neck and things like that.
Do you wash it?
Yeah, you wash it.
Okay, I was
Yep.
going to say, it would smell if you were playing football here.
Yeah, you
wash-
definitely do, but mine don't smell, so we good.
Do you have hair is there somebody's hairstyle in the locker room that you admire?
Jay Mills is pretty unique.
Yeah, I would say so.
I feel like he has the most unique hairstyle in the locker room.
Okay. Question number 4. You are good at playing the piano.
Yeah.
What is the history on that?
So I was growing up, and I was living with my uncle and aunt, and and they got me into piano. I didn't even want to do it at first. I was just like, man, I don't want to do this. I want to play sports. And they was like, well, when you come home, you're not playing sports now, so you might as well get something on your mind while you're here. I said, okay, well. And I started playing the piano a little bit, took a little lessons, and then I stopped. But then I just started catching it along with just like music, like just listening to beat, then just pushing on the piano and trying to find a key that match it. And then that's kind of how I get into it.
Do you still play?
Right now, no. I kind of backed off of it because if I go home to my house in Detroit, they got a piano there, so I'll play on it then. But here, nah.
I never learned
Just
how to read
focusing
music. Is it hard?
It's a little challenging, but once you get it, it gets easier.
Okay.
You start flowing.
I saw a great movie about a piano player. It was the Green Book.
Green Book.
Green
I
Book
haven't
was
seen that one.
Oh, fantastic movie. Check it out.
Put
You
that
when
on,
you get
put
a
on
little
my
time,
check.
Green Book's
When we
really
get
good.
home, huh?
Yeah.
Got enough
When you
time
get a
before I
little
go to
time,
bed.
yeah, that's right. Okay, the funniest player. Question number 5. Funniest player in the Eagles locker room and why?
All right, I'm gonna have to either go with Ronald Darby because he always joking. I don't know why. Something wrong with it. The whole DB room is just interesting. I give it to them guys because I'm mostly around them. So
Ronald Darby has a sneaky, funny sense of humor, man. When he's with the reporter, he's like all straight and he's like quiet, and you get him loose, man. He's crack up.
He start acting up, huh?
Yeah. When's your real personality show?
I say in times like this and at times when I'm out just and about, or if I'm talking to anyone, because I smile a lot, but in the game you won't catch me smiling unless we just winning a lot. But other than that, like I'm a happy person. I've always been. I like to smile, I like good positivity in my life, and I joke around. So that's why I like this room a lot, in the DB room. So when we get in there, it's just always jokes and laughing. But we always compete and we push each other to have fun.
Year number 2 in the NFL for Avonte Maddox. Let's look back before we look ahead. How'd you play last year?
I think I played well, but I got lots to improve in.
Like what?
Just little things, from technique to learning more positions, learning every position that I was playing. And, it comes a day at a time. So that's mostly what I say. I think I just did well last year.
Do you believe that you will find a spot in this defense? Do you believe that you're going to keep cross-training for slot, for outside, for safety, and just kind of be there if needed wherever?
Yeah, I mean, that's whatever they need me to go, and wherever they need me to play, I'm up for it. Like they said, when they needed me to go to safety, I was up for it. I'm there. So wherever they need me to go, like I said, each and every day I go into the film room. I'm not just taking notes for corner. I'm taking notes for safety, taking notes for nickel. So if I get put in that situation again, if I ever have to do it again, I'll be ready.
What did you learn about the NFL as a rookie, Avonte? I mean, a lot of players always say it goes by in a blur, and it's so fast. Was it truly that fast?
Yeah, it's fast. Like I was just talking about that to my people at home, and I'm like, dang, that first year was kind of fast. Like it felt long as it was going through, but as you sit down and you see I'm in year 2 now, and I'm like, first one kind of went fast, and they just say it gets faster and faster. So. Each year, I'll see how it goes.
Was Dallas a vital part of your success? Just the fact that you guys were able to get close, be roommates, and kind of lean on each other emotionally and Just kind of make sure that you're both on point.
Yeah, definitely. Dallas my guy, man. He funny too. He funny. That might be the one person outside of the DV room that's funny. But no, he good, man. We came close because we had mutual friends, and when we got here, we was talking about him, and then we came close, and we lived in the same building, so we had times where we come home and go over to each other's house and play a video game or watch a little bit of film, and he showed me his best play, I showed him his best play, so things like that would be funny.
So how did you become roommates? Were you just assigned to each other? Did you request each other? And that was only through training camp, right?
Through training camp. Yeah. So I think after the first segment of the rookies coming in, he was by himself, and then he had to get a roommate for training camp, and we got a room. And that's when we just chose each other. So
it's best thing about the NFL, Avonte.
Best thing about the NFL, it's exciting. The fans, and each and every day you get to go out and compete and have fun doing it.
The mood on this team seems to be the thing you hear the most is we have to win as a team. We have to win as a team. Is that kind of the message from Coach Doug every day?
Oh, definitely. We got to prove it. We got to win as a team and go out and compete and have fun doing it. We just not a team to just go out and win and be all strict. But he wants us to have fun as we do it, and he wants to become together and win as a team.
If you were a defensive coordinator studying you all off season, what weaknesses would I say? I'm going to look at number 29 and say I'm going to try to beat this guy. How?
That's a good question. Something you gotta sit down and think about.
Yeah.
But no.
Do you kind of look at yourself critically, right?
Yeah, I definitely does. I always, every time I go in the film room, I'm looking at something. So I'll say, it depends on where I'm at on the field. It could be angles. It could be little things like that. Footwork at the line on pressing. So it's always things I can work on, and it's always things someone could point out at. But it's just to you to get it done, to fix it.
I remember after the Bears playoff game, everybody kept coming up to you with the double move. You didn't seem stressed about that at all. Explain what your thinking was and what you saw once you watched film, and how you corrected yourself.
Yeah, when I was watching that, it's just an eye thing. When he breaks in, my eyes was going straight to the quarterback instead of going to the receiver, and that kind of messed me up there. Hearing the talking and things, I know I can fix it because I know I'm going to get it again. And when I get it again, I know I'm going to stop it. And once I stop it, they're going to stop it. So that's how I looked at it.
Is that an idea of you want to get the football? Is that why your eyes go in there?
Yeah, definitely. I want the ball. Anytime the ball getting thrown my way, I want it. And then if I'm looking and he takes his hand off of it, I feel like he's coming out at the end. So I'm a ball hog. But at the time, I had to have short memory at corner.
Sure.
So, things happen. You're never perfect there. Probably the hardest position and without, help. So it's challenging. You
feel like you're on the road to where you want to be, Avonte? You're on the right at the right pace, at the right acceleration of your career?
Yeah. I'm moving. As long as I'm moving forward, not taking any steps back, I feel like I'm good.
Awesome. And this new pass interference thing, what's the emphasis with? You just keep playing your game?
You got to keep playing your game. You
Yeah.
got to go out there and compete. You can't just go out there and worry about a flag coming. You got to go out there and want to make plays. And, when you see the ball in the air, you got to attack the ball. I say, when the ball in the air, you might as well turn into a receiver, Forget the hands touching, just go for the ball. So they can't call it then.
I like this through the course of this summer. You're going to be playing against Alshon and Nelson and Deshaun and JJ and Mac. That's as good a group of wide receivers as you're going to find anywhere in the league. That's going to make you better, isn't it?
Definitely make me better. Better player, smarter player, because I can ask them guys questions on how they run their routes and, give you good tips. And it's going to make me definitely a better player.
All right, Avonte, let's talk about the city of Philadelphia and what you know about the city and life in the city. Did you spend much time getting out and about last year?
Not really. I got a little bit, not too much. But I know one thing, it's nice here. It's kind of like I kind of resembles to Detroit a little bit, in some areas. And, it's a lot of people here. I noticed that. It's a lot of people.
It's neighborhoods, and they love their sports.
And they love their sports.
Do they recognize you?
Yeah, they do. I walk around sometimes, and, people come up and say, hey, and ask the name, and then they realize, oh, yeah, that's you. And then they hit you with the question, I didn't know you was that small.
Yeah, there it is. That goes back to
I didn't know you was that small. Yeah, I'm that small.
And they think they can take you, right? They think they can take you.
Line up. Let me line up real quick.
Exactly.
See if you can check me.
Exactly.
No, I can't do that.
When you were a kid, were you a big sports fan?
When I was a kid, I was kind of I was into sports, but I wasn't into the statistics and things like that. I was kind of like really like focusing on certain guys in certain areas, and kind of flipping from sport to sport to sport. I was just trying to better myself.
Detroit all the way?
Yeah, Detroit
Detroit all the way? Was
yeah.
it? Detroit Lions fan?
I like the Lions, yeah.
Yeah,
The
of
Lions.
course.
I like the Lions. I like certain players. I like every team that's in Detroit from sports standpoint. But
But now we're
pick it up.
Philadelphia,
Now we're
baby.
Philadelphia. I got a new one on the
Have you
ride.
checked out the Sixers and the Phillies and all that?
Yep, I checked them both out,
Okay.
and pretty fun, entertaining.
Yeah,
The
man.
basketball games are entertaining. Pretty first time being in there to a basketball game, and then I went to a lot of baseball games back at the Tigers, and I went to the when I was in Pitt, I went to the Pirates. So
Right.
I've been to a lot of baseball games, and then I played in a lot of stadiums when I was younger. So
Last thing here, advice for those who think that talent alone can make them successful in the NFL. What would you say to that?
I'll say talent only lasts for so long, because once you get here, you got guys that's smart, and you got guys that's talented too, and you got guys that's smart and talented and put in a lot of hard work, and those are guys that most of the time they're the ones that succeed. And I feel like talent only could take you so far.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's so
So,
much up in between the ears,
Yep,
isn't it?
Yep.
You got to know your stuff.
Know your stuff.
How
and
many
only
hours
can
you
take so far.
spend in the playbook a week?
A week, I probably spend right now in here,
All the
spending it
time.
all the time right now. So, but when the season is going on, I got inside the days. I'm probably spending a lot of hours in there. So, man, that's a lot. probably more than 20, and that's just putting on hours in here. Throughout the week.
I don't even know how you guys do in the classroom. Do they give you breaks in the classroom? Do they give you like?
No, I mean, you could just, if you got to go, you just get up and go. But most of the time, fellas is in
And
there
that's not
just
boring?
paying attention. Nah, you just in there because you're trying to better your game. It's like another place. It's inside. It's kind of like outside on the field almost. You just, that's where you're able to find out your mistakes and things you can fix. See opponents, study your opponents. So there's a lot of things you can do. You probably learn more in the film room than you learn out here.
Who's the best receiver you played against last year outside of this team?
Outside of this team, I'll say DeAndre Hopkins is pretty good.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
He's pretty good.
You watching film already of the guys coming up?
I'm watching all of them, and right now I'm just watching solos, so like just him or like any receivers
That we got
play
coming
with
up
me.
on the schedule.
Mhm.
Exciting times ahead here, Avonte.
Yes, sir.
Welcome to year number 2.
Thank you.
Avonte Maddox, we thank you so much for joining us here on the Eagles Live podcast. Thanks to Peter Kelly, thanks to Chris Barletto, and thanks to all of you for joining us here on this Eagles Live podcast. Make sure that you subscribe to the podcast, that you rate us, and that you send us comments. We'd love to hear from you. And make sure you check out all of our content on PhiladelphiaEagles.com and all of our platforms. We cover this training camp every day, A to Z. Fran Duffy, Chris McPherson with their daily podcast, Eagle Eye in the Sky, breaking down each day's practice. Thanks, everyone. Have yourselves a great Eagles day, and fly, Eagles, fly.